Hello, friends. Welcome to another rousing episode of our Midweek. We are here today with my friend, Corey Gilbert. And Corey, you wear quite a number of different hats.
Yes.
Because you're an author, you are a professor, you are a therapist, you are a Boy Scout troop leader. Did I get that right?
That's right.
Okay, a troop leader. And you are serving as sort of a dean for our Center for Health and Healing.
Yes.
And that's what we're here to talk about. We want to learn more about this unbelievable opportunity we have to equip our people. So I know we've talked about it before, but maybe for the new folks, or frankly, for the folks that maybe weren't listening that carefully the first time, share with us, what is the Center for Health and Healing?
Awesome. Well, the Center for Health and Healing is meant to equip us to be the church, not only internally to those in the church, but also to be a church for the city. The whole point of why we're here, and God has left us here and kept us here. So it's equipping us to deal with hard topics, tough stuff. So the idea of health and healing. And so the classes coming up are ones to center around helping equip you to love your family, serve your family, deal with some hard issues.
When it comes to equipping, we live in the information age.
Yep.
We all walk around with a computer in our pocket,
Yes.
right? So why should I go hang out with you when I could just download something? Man, I can just Google it, right? Why is the Center for Health and Healing such an important thing beyond the information? Talk to me a little bit about why this particular center is so necessary for people to really get engaged with and invested in.
Well, it's interesting to think about the way we can access anything online, and we can download anything. The honest truth is, why would we go to church at all? And
Good point.
Sermons and even music. We are meant to be embodied, incarnational, in person. And we're different when we are. We're changed when we're around other people. Literally, physiologically, we are changed being in person. So part of the point is to be with other Christ followers. Yes, you can go take classes online, and I encourage you to. I encourage you to consume biblical teaching as much as you can. But here it's about also walking alongside each other. This is a large church, and the truth is it's going to be in the context of smaller places like lots of other areas in our church that you're going to build relationships.
Yeah, amen.
I know for us, it's been through Boy Scouts, ironically, where we've made friendships that our kids hang out with those kids. We do life together and go camping in the craziest weather and that kind of stuff. This is meant to be kind of twofold. One of walking alongside and, yes, rubbing shoulders with other believers, but two, there's some tough stuff we got to deal with, and we must talk about these things. There's some areas that we don't want to talk about, and we want to do that in a healthy place from a biblical perspective, thus the Center for Health and Healing.
And when you are walking through a journey that maybe you feel like you're the only one that's ever had these feelings or thought these thoughts or had to deal with these, when you're in a room with other people and you have shared experience, it makes you not feel abnormal.
Crazy.
Or crazy.
Yes.
And then also, I think there's something really valuable about healthy debate.
Yes.
Healthy kind of wrestling with issues maybe from different perspectives. And when you have a leader that can help facilitate that, there's growth that happens and understanding that happens that you cannot get on a computer or on a phone in 2 dimensions. When we live in 3 dimensions, we grow and we learn together. So I am so excited about what's happening and your leadership. So why don't you now tell us, what are some of the classes that are being offered this spring? And give us a little kind of like that elevator speech. Give us just a quick synopsis of what classes are offered, and then we'll help people figure out how they can get signed up for them.
Okay. So one of the first ones is Grief Share. We've done that every year for many years. If you're struggling with grief for any reason, loss of someone close to you, this is a place to come and not do this alone. Facilitated by great facilitators, led with a video and time of discussion. But way more than even those, it's that time with other people who are struggling. So that's a great place to join in, again, for whatever reason you might be dealing with grief. So another one is we have a support group for parents that have kids that are struggling with their sexual identity, the LGBTQIA conversation, and parents with the kids of all ages, so kids all the way to adult children. And our goal is to develop a team of people that actually, they've been through this and they can help those that are kind of new to their kids wrestling, and to do this from a biblical perspective. We have a new class actually this coming spring here. It's called Creating a Restful Home, Practical Parenting for Meeting Our Children's Deepest Needs. It's going to be taught by Michelle Huffaker, and you'll not want to miss this one. This is a hard one because we all think we're supposed to know what we're doing parenting-wise. None of us do. So to partner with someone like Michelle, who has been in the trenches as a missionary and with her own family, and you'll need to hear her story. She is someone who's amazing at giving you practical tools to work, especially with difficult children.
Let's say I've got teenagers. Is it too late for me? I mean, is this just for 2, 3, 4-year-olds so that we can develop them on the upswing? That's an important question when you talk about parenting. Is it too late for me if I've got teenagers? Did I miss the boat? Or should I still come regardless of where my kids are in that spectrum?
That's so important. And I would say if you have teenagers, it feels like it's too late. It's not. But that's actually when we finally go, oh shoot, what am I doing? It's amazing to be kind of like you mentioned, the healthy debate. It's good to be with other people and to have conversations about what you're doing and how you're doing it with your kids, because we're all doing it different. And you'll notice as you get to know other families, everyone around you is doing it different, and everyone thinks they're right. So to be able to rub shoulders, and especially if you're struggling with a difficult child, teenager, and I would even say as you're parenting older kids, so your adult children, this becomes very valuable tools to walk alongside and love your child. If you go to Church Center app, you'll see that she has the different weeks and really practical topics. The other area that we don't want to talk about is the sexual sin. And so an area that's really important is 7 pillars. So men, if you're struggling with a pornography addiction or some kind of issue when it comes to the sexual, a great place to plug in. I know this is an area of great shame. The women who have their husbands are offending, to use that word, and they are harmed, there's a Betrayal and Beyond groups. And these are starting every few months. And we encourage you to reach out. There's also one for women who are struggling with sexual addiction as well. You'll see these all on the Church Center app, where you can sign up and get information, and then they'll let you know when the next one starts. Now, coming up in less than a week, so a week and a half, is a seminar that I've taught for over 20 years called Love, Sex, Dating, and Marriage. It used to be about a 24 to actually 36 hour seminar that now I've got it down to 7.
Goodness gracious. A lot of good content, obviously.
It's on dating.
Okay.
So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see a short version that I've done at chapels and different places.
Awesome.
But it's on how do you date and marry well. Because this is an area right now that young people are really struggling with, because there's a lot of baggage out there of misinformation, and we need you to do this well. So it paints a picture of what does a healthy marriage look like, and then why I would make better decisions today. And this is targeted to preteen, teen, young adult, any age actually. The goal is that you do this without all this baggage and pain that so many walk into their marriage with, that you can avoid that. You develop a team around you of people that love you and that you would trust, that is kind of a vetting. When my wife and I were dating, we met in an online setting. When we were dating, we actually met with different couples and were like, are we crazy to consider marriage? And it was so important that they supported us. Because I know that if they'd even had a hint of doubt, Kelly would have walked away. She trusted them. And so that's what this is kind of meant to be. She would have
missed out on all this.
Oh gosh. Our kids wouldn't exist, so think of that.
Okay, that too. Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got in March coming up a marriage-focused weekend and more events coming, and we'll be posting these on the Church Center as well.
Okay. Now, to end with a flourish, we've got something really neat. We've never really done something like this before, and it's a way for us to kind of really beef up and enhance what's happening in our student ministry. So talk to us about this new opportunity that we have for our student ministry leaders.
Yes, so student ministry, thinking of middle school, high school, even children, we want to make sure that our leaders are equipped. It's all volunteers, and this is a really difficult season. And so there's some key issues that have come up, or are always coming up, that we want to make sure we address. So we're looking at doing some Sunday night, once every other month trainings that are actually equipping you on issues like the sexual identity stuff. How do I deal with that? What about mental health, anxiety? That's such a rampant issue. What about suicide? How do I deal with my parents' divorce? What about confidentiality and this triangulation that happens between me as a leader when a young person shares something with me, and now I feel like I'm stuck in between? Do I tell the parents? Do I not? We want to have conversations about these, and we have a really trained and equipped people that we're going to actually help lead these different sessions, and look forward to them kind of joining the team and sharing with you and empowering you to lead well.
Pastor Caleb hosted a Stump the Pastor night. We've done it twice now. And the first time that Pastor Mark and I were the pastors that the kids were trying to stump, it was unbelievable how many students had questions like, how do I help my friend who is depressed? And how do I love my transgender friend at school, but make sure all my church friends know that I don't support the lifestyle. So there were so many of those questions, and for the leaders in the room, we could see their eyes, on us, and they were leaning into that content. Now we get to take it to the next level and really equip and train them. So in their small groups and when they're coming alongside those students, they have really good content and information to give them. So I love what we're doing there. So you've mentioned a couple different times the Church Center app.
Yes.
That's the primary way a person that's now interested and wanting to get involved, they can jump on the Church Center app, scroll down, and register right there. And get going, because they're starting soon, right?
Yes. The website, you can go to the church website, and there's links to that as well. But definitely sign up, because we need to have the resources together to serve you. Church Center app, website, or talk to us.
There you go.
Grab us in the hallway. We'd love to talk to you. If you need other things, if other stuff's going on in your life, reach out to the office and get our numbers, get into contact with me, with Pastor Jeff and others. We're here to serve way beyond even what we've talked about today.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for what you're doing as you are providing wonderful leadership and vision. We want to be a church for the city in more than just word. We want to put that into practice so that we can actually transform this culture. And it happens one class at a time, one relationship at a time, one conversation at a time, and then it just will kind of infect in a good way our city and beyond. So we're really excited about what we've got. If you have more questions, you can seek out Corey, myself. There's a team of us out there that are really trying to bring this to the next level, and we need you there in order for it to really work. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Blessings to you. We love you.